Hey, what's up, you guys? Guys, listen, we have got a question that we need to look at quickly. I don't know if it's okay. Hopefully, you guys can see now. So, someone asked me this question, so I thought I should, just make a video out of it so that in case you're also struggling with it, you can be enlightened. Okay. My camera is struggling to zoom in, but I'm sure it's going to come around. But anyway, let's just carry on. So, look, we need to find the position for the last term, okay? Because remember, we want to know not the position for the last term. We want to know up to how many terms does this, right? Does this sequence or series, does this series give us a sum of 150? Up to how many terms? So in order to figure that out, you first need to ask yourself, okay, what type of sequence is this? I mean, what type of series is this? Because we've got geometric and we've got arithmetic. And by the look of things, this is just, this is linear. It passes through the origin like that. And it's got a positive slope. In fact, the 5/4 is the slope of this function, right? If we were to rewrite it, we would say, okay, this is the function y is equal to 5/4x. And I'm pretty sure you can agree with me that this, you would definitely plot it like that. So, I think there's, sufficient evidence that this is linear, right? And if it's linear, it's arithmetic, and you guys already know how to deal with arithmetic series. Do you understand? So remember, the sum formula is as follows. Okay, you cannot use this one, n/2 into a plus l, simply because we don't know the last term. Okay, n is unknown. Do you understand? That's what we're looking for. But you can use this formula. Alright, 2a plus n minus 1 times the d. Right? So meaning that you need to find the difference now. And the only way to find the difference is to actually expand this. Alright? So my advice would be that you expand the first three terms. So you substitute 5/4r, the r for the first term, obviously it's when r is equals to 1. Okay, can you see r is equals to 1 there? Plus 5/4, fine. But then for the second term, r becomes 2. 5/4, for the third term, r becomes 3. And it keeps on going on like that. All right, so we can now simplify this. It's 5/4 plus 10/4 plus 15/4. Okay, so to find the d, we simply find the difference between two terms. 10/4 minus 5/4, that's definitely just 5/4. Okay, and this is our a, right? This is a, the first term of the sequence. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to say we go back to our formula, right? Because it seems as if now we've got everything that we need, right? We know that the Sn is given as 150. Okay, the Sn, it's 150, because remember, this entire expression here represents a sum, and its value is given by the 150. So that's why in place of the Sn, we are going to substitute the 150. Cool. So let's rewrite the formula Sn so that you guys can see it properly. n/2 into 2a plus n minus 1 times the d. Okay, So we know the Sn is just 150 because we're told that the sum from r is equals to 1 to n of 5 over 4 times r is 150. So that we're told. So that's why we're going to substitute this, and then we're going to say fine, this is n over 2. We don't know what the n is. That's what we're actually looking for. 2 times the a, the a is just the first term of the series, which is 5 over 4 plus n minus 1 times the d, and we just got the d, which is just 5 over 4 as well. So it's quite clear that the d and the a are actually coinciding. Alright, so now the task is to solve for n. We're gonna need some luck over there. Okay, let's multiply throughout by 2, so we get rid of the 2 there. So you multiply this on the left and on the left and on the right by 2. On the left we're gonna have 300. On the right we're just gonna have the n, and that becomes what? 2 times 5 over 4. That's 5 over 2, and plus what? 5 over 4 n minus 5 over 4. So we try to simplify over there and see what we're getting. So this is the same as 10 over 4. So you guys can see, you multiply with 2 over 2, it gives you 10 over 4. So n into 10 over 4 minus 5 over 4, that's just going to be 5 over 4 plus 5 over 4 n, right? And that is equal to 300. Okay, and doesn't look like a complicated equation, does it? But one thing for sure, it's quadratic. Okay, we've got 2 options. We can do the multiplications and all that, get rid of the fractions, but I mean, I feel like that's not going to be necessary. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to say, okay, 0 is equal to 300 plus 5 over 4 n. So this has to be negative 300. If I was in class, someone would have called me out. But I'm alone, you know. Okay, 5 over 4 n, and then plus 5 over 4 n squared. I mean, at this point you can then use your quadratic formula to what? To find your, what we call, your value of n. You guys know. So n is going to be equal to minus b plus minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. And you can see from this that a is 5 over 4, b is also 5 over 4, c is just negative 300. Alright, so let's substitute. Minus 5 over 4 plus minus the square root of 5 over 4 squared minus 4, 5 over 4, and then minus 300. Minus 300. Right, divided by 2 times a, and a is just 5 over 4. Punch that into the calculator and we should be able to get our answers. I don't know where oh my goodness. Seems like my calculator is nowhere to, okay. Sorry, here's my calculator. So just gonna do the substitution quickly. So minus 5 divided by 4, the square root of 5 divided by 4 squared minus 4 into 5 divided by 4 and minus 300. Okay, divided by 2 into 5 divided by 4. I mean, you guys remember, n is just a natural number. So I mean, if you're gonna be getting values of n that are not a natural number, you're gonna get into trouble. So in other words, the answer that we're expecting here, it should be a natural number, okay? But because there's two possible values of n, you're going to pick the one that's a natural number. The one that's not a natural number, you're going to, you're going to ditch it, okay? And n is just 15. I was a little nervous there, all right, because if we hadn't gotten, the n value, which is an actual number, then that would mean that we made a mistake somehow, So there you have it, ladies and gents. N is 15 or minus 16, not 15, minus 16. So minus 16 is the other value of n. But now how do you prove for sure that your n value is actually 15? How do you prove, right, that your n value is 15? What you're going to do is you're going to come to this, right? You come to this. You substitute your 15, right, and your a and your d. It must give you exactly 150. So let's try that. So let's do the substitution. Our n is 15 divided by 2 times the a. Remember, our a is 5 divided by 4, and plus n is just 15 minus 1 times the d. Also, the d is just 5 divided by 4. Okay, yes, so I'm just substituting the values here, and it's got to give me 150. If it gives me anything else, that means we probably made a mistake somewhere. So let's see. There we go. All right, so the problem is done, you guys, and I wish you guys the best of luck. Shout out.